Hi, Capricorn. This is your April 6th through April 12th, 2026 message from the other side. These are messages from folks that you've known that are on the other side that have passed, or animals, or like your ancestors, or your transcestors, or your helping spirits. We're channeling like all the good energies from the other side for a message for your week. So to start, we've got the Hermit. And pull a couple more cards. We've got the Knight of Coins, or the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So this is a message from the spirit world asking you to spend some time working on how you're making money. Spend some time examining just how you're like moving through life, you know? The Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving out of all the knights, because the knights are like warriors and stuff, and deliver is quick moving, but with the pentacles it's like earth, and it's very slow, it's very grounded. So the universe, or like the spirit world, is asking you to just kind of like hang out this week, in maybe at home or with like people that you love and trust, but really just like evaluate what you're doing with life, because that's what the hangman does. The hangman literally like hangs there, chooses to stay in that one spot so they can think and get a different perspective, see the world differently. And it's like this very similar energy with the hermit, where the hermit is going within, not necessarily doing like what's called shadow work, which is like working on like your uncomfortable emotions, but that's some of it. But the hermit is just really examining everything and taking a close look. So the spirit world is asking you to slow down this week. Let's get some clarity on this Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, Capricorn, is a card that typically, like, there are people like standing outside of and they're cold in the snow, and they're standing outside of a warm building, and they can go in, they can choose to go in, but they don't for whatever reason, and that is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So in this moment, the spirit world is asking you to stay inside, literally, and just like be warm, appreciate what you have, enjoy your rent. Like, if you have paid your rent, then enjoy that, by staying at home. We're going to clarify the hangman, clarified by the lovers. So there is a possibility that you have a relationship now, or there is one coming, an intimate one. So the spirit world is asking you to prepare yourself emotionally. That's what this stay inside is. That is what this going inside of yourself is, because the spirit world is bringing somebody close, somebody to you, or at least an opportunity, a potential. And they're asking you to examine yourself and just to be ready, to stay ready for a relationship, to grow, or to be different, because there is something that needs to shift within you, or like something that you just need to like understand about yourself before you're going to be ready for that relationship. We've also got to clarify that the hermit is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the learner. The Page of Cups is willing to take the risk, is willing to like examine themselves and change and shift and transition, transform. And so clarifying the hermit, this is like the spirit world wants you to do the hard work, if there is hard work right now, or just work, whatever, internally, emotionally. There could be a Gemini um, involved. There could be, let's see, a Pisces around, maybe, um, or even just somebody who's just very reflective, and that could be the person that you potentially date or have some intimate time with. Let's get one more card, and then we're going to move on to a message from the animal spirit world. All right, so your last card from the spirits is the other side. Is the Knight of Wands. So you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So there is somebody coming in, I think, or at least the potential, and you could meet them this week. You could, or at least like see them. Maybe you see them at work, or out amongst friends, but like you become aware of this person this week. And the spirit world is really asking you just get ready for your next relationship, or for them, And I personally think before we find the relationship that we're going to be in for a long time, we have to like be that person that we want to be with. We can't be, if you're out there like just hoping somebody's going to come and save you, which is not common for Capricorn. But if that is how you're feeling, then the spirit world, the universe is asking you to become more grounded within yourself and love yourself more. Your animal message, your animal vibe for the week is penguin, authentic. Reach out to your people in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. And family could be literally anybody or anything that you feel like is your kin, like a pet, friends. Your family could even be like a tree or like a physical space you go to. Love your uniqueness because you are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and be yourself. So, Capricorn, there's not a whole lot more that you need to do other than just examine yourself. The spirit world is asking you to be present for loving yourself so that you're ready to love and be loved by another person in a romantic way. Anyway, Capricorn, if you are still watching this, thank you. And if you like this video, hug the subscribe button, hug the like button, or just come back next week and watch another video. All right, we'll see you later.